following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday here at the Star in Frisco. Man, it looks good outside. It's you're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza. It's sunny. Listen to this, people. If you don't live in Texas, you should get here. But we don't have any room for you, so maybe you shouldn't. 72 degrees.
Wow.
It feels like 72. The high is, Nate, 81. The low tonight is 62. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 81 again. And then it gets a little cooler over the weekend, and then it heats back up and gets back in the 70s next week. So I don't know what Christmas is going to look like. But we are joined again today. Nick Eatman has so generously donated his time again today.
10-day forecast and the humidity and the dew.
Tomorrow, if you're here tomorrow, we'll do that. Awesome. But thank you for hanging out with us.
No problem.
We're without Jesse and Kurt once again. Hopefully, we'll get those guys back tomorrow. And if not, you know what?
Underdressed here.
Maybe. I'm about to get to that. Go ahead. What's going on across the table? Because this is. I don't know if this, Chris, has this ever happened on this show?
Who's getting married?
No, it's a special edition thing, bro.
Hang on, move the mic. Move the mic so they can see your. No, just kick them. Kick them. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Did your wife dress you? Because I know you can't match colors like that.
My wife did it, but you know what? I always feel like when I put on the suit, I'm going to somebody's funeral. You know?
Man, either job interview or.
Nah, I ain't interviewing for no job. Nick already gave me a. Oh.
Whoa! I almost lost you.
What'd you do? What did?
It's that rolling chair, man.
Nick, hey, bro, I want to go fall on TV.
I tell you what, if you go down, I don't have much confidence in me and Nick getting you back up. You're on your own.
That'd have been sweet. That'd have been a highlight, man.
Oh, man.
See, that's what happened when you play that game. I think he took a shot at me, Chris. On that Call of Duty game, I think Chris took a shot at me.
He
sniped me, man.
He got you in the leg.
And you've kind of moved off camera, so there we go. Get back into your.
I'm trying to, avoid Chris, man, with the Call of Duty.
Well, you look good.
Thank you. You look great too. But let me say this right here, man.
Uh-oh.
Let me say this right here.
Great show last night, by the way.
In the confidence that Tony Tolbert had. And what's my other guy, Corey? The confidence that they have in the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go.
It's just It's just tremendous. I feel so. I don't even know the words.
Here we go. This is just carrying on since Monday.
Oh, you're saying because Shannon, you were like, you need to see it.
I need to see it.
8 is not enough. There used to be a show called 8 is Enough.
Yes, it's
8 is not enough.
It's not for me.
8, not enough wins right now.
Well, we know what side the head coach is on.
And then I heard that the head coach said he's very confident.
No. He said, we will win the game.
So, he put it out there.
Yeah.
He said, we're going to win.
When did he say that?
In a press conference that you always avoid.
Today?
No, today.
I was in a meeting.
You were in a meeting. No, he said, we're going to win. He said a few things.
Really?
Yeah, got that beat butt going there.
What else did he say, Nick?
Well, as I said in the last show, he said he kind of ended it with a good day. It wasn't the GD. That wasn't the GD that he actually said, but he meant, good day.
Did he really?
Yeah, he just GD'd
Good for Coach. Let's go.
He was like, we was just like, GD, I've been doing this 25 minutes. This is chatty Cathy is what he said.
The funny thing, Hellman didn't even know.
Yeah, he was just like,
what? The amazing thing about the coach, the players, just the enthusiasm that everyone has going up to Washington to exact this capital punishment on the Washington football team. And we have one small guy. You always have that one guy that brings that doubt, that fear, and that thing can grow if you don't do it right. So,
he's given you a lot of power. He was saying that basically what he said is that
I can take down the team.
You can just drag the team
down. I keep him off the plane.
You know what that means? Hey, that means if Zeke doesn't play, because they're obviously going to have to drag him out of here, Shannon's going to be the dragger. He's going to be the one. If you can drag the whole team, you can drag Zeke, I think.
Thank you.
Put him up on that bike and just tell him to ride.
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't get it, man. I don't know how you're – so I guess I am just I am.
taking this.
Do you believe in DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yes.
Do you believe in Randy Gregory?
Yes.
Do you think that what we saw from Gallimore on a limited
I ain't
basis,
worried about the defense.
No, I'm asking a question.
Not worried about the defense.
Do you believe that Gallimore can show in 15 plays a little bit what he showed last year?
I hope. I don't know.
Do you
Hadn't
think
seen
that
enough.
Tristan Hill can flash like he did last year in these games,
Don't know.
earlier games?
Don't
Do you
know.
think that he – so you don't know?
I'm worried about the
Do you
offense.
believe in Diggs?
I'm
Do
worried
you
about the
believe that-
offense.
Is Coach Philman back?
Yes.
Oh,
I need to see it. That's
the
what I need
head
to
coach
see.
just told you by – you know what?
We ain't getting past this, so let's just change the subject.
You know, their offense is what scares me, not their defense.
Really?
Yes, because they don't have those two studs outside in Sweat and Young. They do have two bohemian studs inside where we're maybe just a tad bit undermanned, but we can scheme up some things. I think we need to trap those guys.
Yeah.
Some short traps. But now the word I have for you, brother, and I mean brother,
Sweet.
is Tony Pollard okay?
Yes. He's going to play. He's going to be okay.
Okay.
He's going to play.
What's the analysis on him?
He's got a sprained foot. He's been out there. He did not practice yesterday. That he was in pads and helmet, but he was just off to the side doing conditioning work. They're not concerned with him playing in the game. He may not be at a 100%. Who is in early December, and so I think he should be fine. They're not worried about it.
All right, Nate, let me ask you this. This is from our good friend Kurt. In the last 3 games, Dallas ranks 31st in third down percentage, 34.4%. Does that not worry you?
No, it does not, because I have a logical excuse.
You're going to make me
You
walk
notice how
out
I'm
of this
pronouncing
show.
my words, Nick?
You have never made me
notice how
walk
I'm
out of
just
this
going
show. That's
overboard?
Jesse's job, but I'm about
tie.
to walk out on you.
It's the tie. It's that. I mean,
You know what? Let me come out of this, man. Because this
Okay.
dude, man. Hold
Uh-oh.
on, man. This the problem. See, I'm dressed like him. I'm too professional. I need to turn into that street dude I used to be.
Okay, get the button ready, Chris.
Oh, leave the collar like that, please. Please leave it like that.
Like I'm some type of soul singer, baby.
Like Spice Adams.
Like you going to the White House.
I'm like computer. I'm coming cross. Hey, what are we talking about?
Man, it's just like, hey, I mean, hey Nate, you need to go break someone's arm. They owe me $100.
Oh, God. Look like you going to go get your El Camino and just.
Black mobster.
Have you seen on Instagram? You seen Spice Adams? You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I'm talking about? That's this
That
guy.
he does.
Yeah.
He looks like Spice Adams.
Man, what were we talking
I
about?
asked you. I said the last 3 games, Dallas's offense, they ranked 31st in third down percentage at 34.4%. And I asked you if that concerns you. And then also in the last 3 games, Washington's defense is second in opponent third down percentage at 27.6.
The reason
I'm worried about the offense a little bit.
Dak, if Dak plays better, we'll be okay. Dak has to be a little bit, get back to the accuracy that he showed in the first 6 or 7 games. They said that after the calf injury, everything was all right. Everything was not all right because the little things that Dak normally could fix, the little holes that he could fix, he was not fixing. I think he'll be back to himself. These 10 days not only helped Zeke, but I think they helped Dak more so he can get back into his mechanic work and the things that he needs to do. He got an extra few days with his wide receivers so he can get the ball out a little bit quicker and they can be on page. Lyle Collins is a little bit better. So as long as they stay even with the chains or ahead of the chains, then we'll be okay. But now we can't deal with these third and longs or these second and long or these passing situations in second or third down. We got to be always on that borderline. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the last show, I mean, I kind of asked this question, but do you think, remember the Tampa game that 6 years ago and back in week 1?
Yeah. That moral victory we got?
Well,
no, bro, don't do that.
Don't do that. But it was. But don't do that.
It was not.
They only won 6
They
in a row.
lost.
They won 6 in a row afterwards.
No, they won.
Oh, my
they
God, I'm
won
so
the game.
sorry. I'm
they
so
did
sorry.
not win moral.
I'm
so
sorry.
they won moral 6 games. So that means
I'm
they should
sorry.
be,
I shouldn't have brought that up.
0-7?
No, that they won 6 in a row.
No, they won a game after that game because they won it. That's virtual life. You need to quit. You need to take those goggles off and quit looking through the virtual goggles and live in reality.
Fact. Morale was high.
They were 7-1 at one point.
It comes from morale. Morale was high after the Tampa game. They went and won 6 in a row.
That had nothing to do with it.
You don't think?
They were good. The Cowboys were good for 6 games.
For everyone,
and they were good for 7 games. They just lost to Tom Brady. They were good that day. They just
I'm not
lost.
going through that.
Whatever.
I'm not
Anyways,
yeah. Finish your statement.
In that game, hey,
this dude,
you're a pigeon. You're a pigeon. That's what the pigeons do. They fly in, they crap on everything, and they fly off. That's what you just did, pigeon.
I didn't realize it was going to turn into that.
Yes, you did.
Was pretty good.
You just grenade that thing like throw it. Me and
this dude used to work together. When me and him worked together before, when both of us was on the totem pole way down here.
Yeah.
We never had the moral victory talk. If he'd have told me that, I would have hated him from the start. You're like Philadelphia with this moral talk.
They were 5-11. Moral victories were winning the coin toss. I mean, that was the big.
Wow.
Anyways, my punch was.
When you talking moral victories, I have to look at you like an eagle, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. I like looking at you as a fellow cowboy.
My God.
Yeah. Remember when Kurt was making eagle sounds like that, flying around?
Never heard it. No, never heard it.
Missile KD. My point was they didn't even try to run the ball up the middle of that game. They didn't have Zach Martin, but they didn't even try. They went, everything was the outside. Zeke only got 30 yards rushing. I mean, they only got about 10 carries. Everything was quick, out, flat, do everything side to side, horizontal, and it worked. I mean, they got 29 points in the game against Tampa. I mean, they moved the ball around. It wasn't enough at the end, but I think that kind of game plan might be something to think about. We saw it in the Saints game. I mean, Pollard went for 58 on the outside. CD was a run, 33 yards, but it was quick. So,
but you got to stick with it, though, right?
Well, I mean, you still have to run some up the middle.
You have to,
but I mean, it's a quick, fast-paced type thing, and if you can get 24, 28 points in this game, I mean, that should be enough. I don't think Washington can just go and score with them like that. So maybe you speed the tempo. Put them on the move. Those 2 big boys from Bama are great, but I mean, I don't think they can just run all day.
Yeah.
So make them run. That's what I.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
You agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
Good. I just want y'all to agree on at least one thing on this show.
I just believe
threw that grenade in there.
I believe in my heart of hearts, man, that this is one of the biggest games of the year, man. And it happened to be the NFC East. We all laughed at, probably not you, I don't know what your feelings was, doing training camp. But I'm like, wow, the Eagles don't know who they are. The New York Giants are trying to find their way. And the Redskins was the only threat, but I thought they would have the other quarterback.
Poo-poo.
The Washington football team had the other guy. I didn't think Mr. Heineke would grow up.
Not either.
The way he's grown up now. But I want him to still think he's Brett Favre because he may throw us to a call.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want him to think he's Mr. Brett Favre. He'll find out real quick he's not.
We talked about this yesterday on the Media Mash show and the Tony Romo comparison. I just fumbled. Do you think that's a good comparison? Romo to Heineke? Maybe not arm strength, but like kind of coming from nowhere and playing
kind of tough.
And it doesn't always look perfect.
I was going to say very unassuming, doesn't look like a quarterback.
Gets it done, you know? I mean, I could sort of see that a little bit.
He needs to do a little more on the field, I think, to be compared to Tony. But
well, I mean, he has done more than Tony in his first 3 years, because Tony, I mean,
sat on the bench.
He dropped for 3 years.
Good point. Good point. All right, let's take.
Well, not in NFL. He did in our flag football league. He did. That Chris Beam and I played on. We
need to talk about that when we come back.
What was that?
Tony Romo was on their flag football team.
When his first year.
Eating folks up, huh? I was beating people.
Let's talk about that when we come back.
For a while.
That's actually interesting. Let's talk about that.
Did he throw any interceptions?
Let's talk about
that. Find out when we come back.
Hey, the answer is C.
Find out also
Did y'all have a lot of more victories?
if Nate and Tony Tolbert made it through the entire show last night without calling the Washington football team by their old name. I'll tell you that and much more.
Las Vegas Raiders.
When we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
That laid it up pretty.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, yo quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the Barroom Brawl, also known as Hanging with the Boys, today with our special guest host, Nick Eatman. We miss you, Kurt. We miss you, Jesse. Hopefully we see you soon. But first, if you want to give the gift to the Cowboys this season, give it with the Dallas Cowboys United membership presented by Globe Life. It's the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Membership start at just $20. And include an exclusive fan pack and VIP member experiences. 'Tis the season. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United to get yours today. And before we get back to the show, this is a spoiler. So if you watch Survivor, turn your podcast off. Our guy Danny got voted off last night.
Yes, he did.
Danny's gone.
Because you did not bring the shirts yesterday.
You told me it was going to be my fault if he got voted off.
I mean, wow. You did not bring the shirts.
I'm the only one that wore the shirt yesterday in all the shows.
Hey, Chris,
Taped in
remember what we were
2019.
Remember what we were talking about in the break about the last time the Cowboys beat Washington 3 times in a row?
Yes.
Pull those games up because Nick has not pulled his phone up. And he said he could probably get close on the score of those 3 games. I want to see how close.
All right, I'll tell you the first game they won, and that's they actually beat us 4 times in a row. But it was a 4-game winning streak. But that's the last time. Okay.
From 86 to 88.
86 to 88. Yes. So they beat us 4 times in a row. But that's the last time they have a 3-game winning streak against us.
And then the Cowboys won 3. Is that what you're saying?
Say it again.
And the Cowboys.
Then they broke it in 88.
Yeah.
And then they won 3 in a row.
No, not 3 in a row.
No.
Just 1.
The Cowboys won 8 in a row.
All right.
Point. So,
in 1986, Danny White goes down. Steve Pallura comes in. There's no way he's going to win. The Redskins are so good. And the Cowboys beat them 30-6 at home. Then, at the end of the year.
Is that right, Chris?
That is correct.
I got 2 games missed. There's 2 in a row from 86 and 87. One of them they lost 24-20, and one of them they lost 41-14. I think the 41-14 is in 86. Is that right?
Hold on a second.
86.
Hold on a second. I gotta get my. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's a game show.
In 86, at the end of the season, they lost up in RFK.
Yeah, you're right.
41-14?
41-14.
Okay. In 87, Scabs came in, replacement players from the strike, and they made a movie on this called The Replacements with Keanu Reeves. But the Washington team won that game, Monday Night Football, 13-7.
Yeah!
And they come back later in the year and they lose. The Redskins were good. They won the Super Bowl that year.
Who was good?
Washington. No, the Redskins.
They were
the Redskins.
Yes,
Give them that.
Oh, yeah.
24-20, they beat the Cowboys. Despite great blocking by Nate Newton, probably a really young Nate Newton, 87.
Was it up there?
Yeah.
It wasn't great blocking. That wasn't great blocking up there.
Way to go, Nick. That's impressive,
but then,
man.
Then the fourth in a row in 88. Give me a second on that one. I can't. Oh, man. That game, for some reason, is blanking. Was it early in the year? 80?
It was a home game.
88 at home. I for some reason, that one's just not. What did the Cowboys score? How many points?
17.
35-17.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, real quick, Nick.
Bravo.
Nick. What the Cowboys won that year? What broke the streak?
24-21 win up there. Tom Landry's last game. Michael Irvin has 3 touchdowns. They win 24-21.
I remember that game.
Yeah. What happened?
Because
What?
You didn't get that right?
It's 24-17? 24-17. That's right. My bad. 24-17.
Because Mike Irvin was telling the quarterback, throw me the ball. I got Darryl Green.
His rookie?
Yeah. He said, man, I had never heard this because me and Green came in together. I had great respect for Green, still do. And he said, man, throw me the ball. This dude is too little. I got this dude. He's too little. He's fast, but throw me the ball. I can physical him. I mean, he in the huddle saying this.
Yeah. I remember.
In the huddle, bro.
Wow.
And this was in that same season in 88. So he went up against Darryl Green at the end of the year. But the first game of the season in 1988 was against Pittsburgh. And I think that was 24-21. But against Pittsburgh, Rod Woodson was like the man. I mean, he was one of the best corners. He's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
But Michael Irvin, I think, had 2 touchdowns that game. But I've heard Woodson and Michael tell this story that early in the game, Michael's first game in the NFL, he runs like a 10-yard route, and Woodson sits on it. He hits him right on the head, just like bonks him right on the head, and then just runs past him and catches a 25-yard touchdown. Woodson says like he's never heard anyone do that. It's probably be a penalty today. But this rookie in his first game just said, "This is how I'm going to treat this Hall of Famer." Just hit him right
in the head.
Slap him in the head. He kind of like, well, touchdown, 20-yard touchdown from Pelluer, and was like, "Welcome to the league." And I don't think he may not have caught another touchdown until the Washington game weeks later.
I'm telling you, man. The bigger the player for Mike. And I'm telling you, I remember one time we was in that play in Atlanta.
Yeah, he killed him.
And when we were playing in Atlanta, and they decided they wasn't going to throw at Deion. Mike, if you line up over there, we ain't throwing it. If he follow you, we ain't throwing it. And we lost that game. We lost that game, bro. And why did I have to get cussed out for 3 hours? Why did I have to get? Because he don't talk to his quarterback. The quarterback don't throw him the ball. The quarterback is off limits.
So
you never say nothing bad to the quarterback. You come to Nate, though.
So he would cuss the quarterback through you?
Yeah, so I'm like, him and Norv, he cussing Norv and the quarterback out. And I'm here, he's sitting there.
Where was this game? Up in Atlanta?
Yeah, up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I'm
93.
I'm like, well, Mike, Troy's 2 seats up. Shut up. Just listen to what I got to say. I'm like, so I got to get cussed out for 3 hours on the plane.
Hey, if we know Michael at all, though, like Michael's spoken a volume that Troy did hear, right?
Yeah.
He may not have been talking to Troy.
Yeah, but it was never. But Troy never got called the MF that I got called.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we had story time last night. You had Tony Tolbert on the show last night.
Man,
on Crosstalk.
I bet that was awesome.
Tony was great.
But they have a relationship. You could just tell. How was that?
9-year roommates on the road and at home, right?
Right.
At the hotel.
Yes.
And they each told a story about each other. And Nate's story about Tony was tell the story.
We could check in the hotel at 12 o'clock. That was the earliest. Do not go to the hotel.
It's just home. The home game.
Yeah.
People don't always think that y'all have a hotel at home.
And y'all were out by the airport.
He was out by the airport. I think it was Ramada or whatever.
The Marriott.
Marriott. And I'm like, I could never beat Tony. I come in at 1:30. I come in at 12:35. I'm like, you know what? I'm breaking the rule. I'm going in at 11.
You can never beat him to the hotel room,
never
right?
beat him. I get in at 11. Tony's sitting there on the edge of the bed. What's up, Tony? This for 9 years, bro. I refused to go to the hotel at 10. I know they weren't going to let us in. But evidently, Tony has friends that would let him in at 8 o'clock in the morning if he wanted to.
So what was
I just wanted to beat him one time out of 9 years to the hotel.
Is this like though you got the better bed?
No. He always picked the bed. I didn't care.
Wait, hold on. 9 years sharing a room? I mean,
and he never beat him out of the hotel.
I never beat him out of the hotel either. I never was able to wake up early enough to beat him out of, because he would get there before me, and then I would fall asleep at like 1 at night. He would be up, and I said one time I went to bed. I said I'm going to bed right when he go to bed. He go to bed like 9 o'clock. So I went to bed.
I would say how many bed checks do you guys make?
Every one of them.
Okay,
we never missed them. I was too scared to miss them.
You like money too much.
He asked us, could we tell a clean story? So I was telling the clean story.
Yeah.
And so I never could beat Tony getting up. So one time I said, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock. Not only did he beat me up, but his bed was made up and he was gone. Out of the room at 6 in the morning.
Wow.
So this for 9 years. And I used to tell Tony like, wow. But the story between that was, once I walked in the room, because after a while when I stopped trying to beat him, I started coming later and later, like right before the meeting at 5 o'clock. I didn't tell this I would start coming at like, the meeting's at 5, I would get there at 4:30. Because I had to hear him moan and groan about how the defense never got any respect, how he should have been starting, how ain't nobody right. So can you imagine listening to a guy whining from 12 o'clock to when he go to bed at 9 o'clock, while the defense is greater than the offense, and how we were fat and sloppy and we never worked out? I had to hear this, bro, from Tony. And I wasn't going to hear this. So when he went to bed at 9 o'clock, my punishment for him was I was going to try to turn the TV up loud. He didn't even care. He'll put himself up under the cover. I'm serious. He was longer than the bed, but he would be like this long. He would like ball up and put himself up under the cover. That's the last I would see of him from 9 until I saw him at the game. He was
never
weird.
Beat him out of the room. Never beat him in there. And didn't you say like you didn't know if he ever even showered or took a bath or used the bathroom?
You went into the bathroom. Towel was still perfect. They'll be wet because I would feel like this. The towel would be wet. The shampoo would be open up because it would be none left. But you would never know if you just walked into the bathroom. And did he ever dump? I'm like, did he ever take a dump?
And y'all aren't small guys in a hotel room.
No,
couldn't have been that big, and he never woke you up or anything.
Never.
That's so crazy.
Telling you.
What was his story?
His story was about me. What was his story about me? I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember either.
You guys were going at it just with you calling him just to make sure he was coming. And like in 30 seconds, y'all probably offended each other, or not, didn't offend each other, but probably, said something.
The normal person would have been
insulted
offended.
each other
37 times in that 30-second conversation.
But I started to open it up on the show because Shannon said he introduced Corey, then Corey introduced me, and then I introduced Tony. I said, now that the lights on, let me think about this. So I had to back up.
But didn't you say he was really instrumental? Him and Charles were like the two that drove you to become a starter and sticking with the team.
The thing, I was starting, but I wasn't good the second half of the season out because I would always eat myself out of shape. Mm-hmm. And so Charles, and the way we got to that point is we was talking about Michael Parsons. And the people will tell you that when you hear me talk about Michael Parsons, what I like about him is that he always seemed to be hungry. He always seemed to be wanting more. And he talks how he plays, not beyond. He ain't chirping and talking. No, he talks how he plays with a manner that I am focused. And that was Charles and Tony. When they said something like when they told me, hey, man, you need to get in shape. You need to stay in shape. And this is what we're going to do. You're going to have your behind over here working out, Stairmaster, stepper, lifting weights. We're going to do this all after practice. You're going to go home, see your wife, or be back at this time, or you don't even have to go home. And I think I've told you this several times. And I'm like, wow, they want me to do all this right here. Well, ain't nobody going to be looking. And Charles said, yeah, I'll be here. When I was thinking this, he's like, I'll be here. And then he said, my boy Toba coming with us. Toba, you in? Toba said, yeah, I'm in.
Wow.
So they worked out with you?
Oh, yeah, for 6 straight years, my brother.
So not only did they tell you what to do. They supported you and helped you do it.
Yes.
And they knew that. I mean, but they're not doing that for the backup. They're doing it for a guy that they knew that if you were at your best, you could be so good for. And you were. I mean, I honestly think, and I've said this. I don't need you to be here for me to say this. I think those two guys you had on your show last night are two of the most underrated players in the history of the Cowboys. Tony Tolbert, for being a guy on that defense that was way better than people thought.
Yes, he was.
And Nate, you made 6 Pro Bowls, but you're underrated because you're not in the AT&T Ring of Honor. I mean, that's my view. I know that's your view. You know, and you should be. And so, but that's why I believe you're underrated, or underappreciated. You know.
But you know what, man? The way I look at it, how many guys, and a lot of people talk and say this, but how many guys get to watch your team in the 60s and the 70s, and you watching them, and you deciding this is going to be my team, the Cowboys. And then how did I get all the way from Orlando, Florida, right here to this point? So I'm blessed, man.
And still here. Can't get rid of you now.
Well, like I told the people about 6-7 years ago, I'm like a tick, man, on a brokeback hound. He can never reach me. He can never reach me. Almost get in there and suck it all out I can. You know what I'm saying? That's ugly thought.
Let's take our last break. When we come back,
not a clean
you know
hound,
what?
But a brokeback
Let's
hound.
get, since we have the whiz kid with all the memories and the photographic Cowboy memory, let's get both of your, and since you played for both teams, let's get both of your favorite memories or favorite memory of a Dallas Cowboy, Washington football, whatever you want to call them, game. So think about that in the break, what your favorite memory of that game is. And when we come back, we will do that and a little bit more. This is the People Show, Hanging with the Boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching Grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back, holiday camps. Registration for holiday youth camps is now open. Don't miss the Dallas Cowboys Football Academy and the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders Dance Academy camps on December 21st at the Star in Frisco and December 22nd at AT&T Stadium. Space is limited, so register today at dallascowboys.com/academy. What you pointing at
Mike
there?
McCarthy, we're going to win this game. I'm confident in that.
Man, you think they ain't showing that in the team meeting up there in Washington tonight or Saturday before the game? I like that.
Well,
you know what?
Players were saying we want Dallas, so
yeah.
You know.
Let's go.
We need to give Rox those videos so she could show Coach. We need to pull those. What do you guys think about that? You like it? You like the swagger? You like the, hey, we're going to win this game?
Yeah.
This game is huge. You know what? This game is huge. And do you have any contacts, Chris or Nick, with the higher-ups so we can make sure Shannon don't make this flight, that we can get him something commercial?
Stop it.
Because we don't need that type of stuff coming up.
Actually, I'm on the commercial flight, and we
need to switch that. Oh,
Yeah.
we can switch that. We can get that. Oh, Derek, are you listening?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't listen to this show. Only time he listens to the show is if somebody tells him we drop an F-bomb on here or something.
Yeah, if we can go get some movie star or somebody, then he'll show up.
Oh yeah, he'll be
big time wrestler.
Omar
He'll show
comes
up.
back to the show.
Yeah,
He'll be here.
yeah.
He'll be here. But when are we able to get people in the building on the show? I mean,
2024.
Okay. All right. Good,
I don't know.
For real? Wow.
Nick, what is your favorite Cowboys Washington game and why, or moment,
It's not even close. You could ask me favorite game, and it would have been this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Complete all-time Cowboys
all-timer.
game. Okay.
And it's just because of what it represented for me personally and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
it was 1999. It was my first game with the team, first year traveling. It was the first regular season game up there at FedEx when it was nicer. And, and it was week one, and they were down 35-14 to the Redskins. And fourth quarter started, and I was like, well, I was about to go down. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm going to go down and be on the field, whatever. And as soon as I'm about to go down, Emmett scored, and okay, it's going to be closer. And I go down on the field, and I'm down there, and like, this is awesome, And then Michael Irvin, who had been kind of phased out of Chan Gailey's offense a little bit, he actually caught a touchdown late, caught another one right before the end of regulation. It went to overtime, and then Rocket Ismail with a 70-something yard bomb to win it, 41-35. And it was one of the greatest comebacks in Cowboys history. And it was my first game, and I was like, man, can't get better than this. I mean, and it really has. I mean, for just everything personally, but also just the game, the flow. I'll never forget that one.
But you, Nate?
When we hadn't won a game, and we went up there at RFK, and Jimmy said that, we finna unleash everything we got. And he told us before the game, right at the game, he said, we may do a onside kick. We need to win a game. And, when you go out of gorilla, you got to give it everything you got. And we won that game. I think that was the only game we won that year. And it was against the Washington football team. I can't do like you, go back and forth.
Well, if they were the Redskins, then that's who you beat. If they're not,
we beat that team. And that's when I first said, capital punishment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first came with that. But I should have earmarked that.
Should copyright, because Jerry. Did you hear this week? Jerry mentioned it again.
Did
he? Yeah, on the
capital punishment.
It's like, we got to go up there to the game, and as Nate Newton said, we got to give him some capital punishment.
Really? He
brought up Nate.
Man, I'm telling you, we and that's when we could drink. But that's when I came up, man. You could either be drinking misery or you could drink in celebration.
Yeah.
Either way, you're drinking, baby.
So y'all could drink on the plane. Could you smoke?
Drink on the plane, get off the plane, and brave at the police while we drive. Hey, what's up, Papa? You need one? I got one.
You still smoke? Could you smoke cigarettes on planes then?
No, I was so happy. Because that's one thing. When we went to you been to the old, was it Preston?
The old building?
The old building. Did you ever?
No.
You talking about look like a saloon full of cowboys that went through their spit tunes and smoke smells and stains on the wall from all the smoke.
It was bad?
Oh, bad. And you sitting in these old type little 6th grade desks, and then oh my God, they scarred up and scratched away. Guys done got their knives out, pocket knives. Walt Garrison and all, bless his heart.
Oh.
It scratched in their Walt Garrison side here.
When was that? That was like right
80s. When I got here, the 86 was when they had the state of the art. And that's
the Valley
what
Ranch.
is so funny is that was the state of the art. Everybody was trying to get one built.
Like Valley Ranch?
Yes, it was. You had never seen nothing like it.
Oh, think about it. When we left, though, that place was still ahead of it. I mean, not ahead of its time. It was running down, but just the structure of it was so unique, especially in the 80s.
Yeah.
And
then come here, you'd be like, whoa, I guess Valley Ranch ain't what we thought it was.
Right.
But I tell you right here, I bet you they don't get much use out of their whirlpool like we got. I promise you that.
What kind of use? What kind of use?
One thing about it. When I played, we never had any problems catering to everyone, males and females.
Pool parties.
Yeah, males and females are like people think you got these problems.
So you're saying you didn't have to be an employee to use the hot tub?
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Steam is waiting on you.
Speaking of the White House, the Cowboys are going to go to Washington this week. Washington D.C., where the actual White House is there.
Yeah, no problem,
and
baby.
That'll be cool. Yeah, awesome.
And then think about it. It stayed open 24/7. It's like,
so what'd you do?
One at night.
The security guards just, hey, what's up, Nate?
They got great tickets.
How many you got? How many you got with you tonight? 8. All right, going back.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's one thing I've always backed it about this family here, is we never we was open 24/7.
Yeah, facilities always open.
Always open. Hot tub always bubbling. Yes, sir. Steam room always smoking.
Well, Nick, since we don't have you tomorrow, what do you think's going to happen?
Don't make me.
I don't want you. No, I don't want to score. I want to know, what do you think they need to do to go up there and win this game? What should the game what should the game plan be?
Well, I mean, we mentioned it a little bit earlier. I do think that if you look at Washington's 2 best players on defense that are playing, if you think about who are their 2 best guys?
Because Sweat's out because of COVID, right?
So the 2 best players on their defense, I would think, would be Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne.
Yes, sir.
All right in the middle. Now think about who are the 2 weak links of the Cowboys offense. 2 players that start on offense that you would think are probably the weakest.
The kicker and
on offense.
Hates the kicker.
Yeah. I think it's A, not the kicker. Hates A. All.
Yeah.
Kickers. I would think the 2 weak links would be Biotish and left guard.
Whoever it may be.
So that is scary when you think of the 2 best things you do are the 2 worst things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So as Mickey from Rocky 2 said to Rocky Balboa, stay away from him. Like get on outside, run over there, do a different thing.
And every time Rocky would run right into that right.
Yeah.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Right. Until he finally figured it out. You start switch to southpaw. You have to do a switch.
Yeah.
So, I think that's. I mean, I wouldn't run. I mean, you don't run into a brick wall. You run around it, figure out different ways, and that's what Kellen Moore. That's what he's got to be. He's got plenty of times, had 10 days to scheme this thing up. And Washington hasn't faced Dak Prescott in 2 years. It hasn't faced this offensive line like this. So
these receivers, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
But I would use it. I would probably a little bit more finesse game, more outside, go horizontal, not as vertical.
What about you, Nate?
We cannot let them run the ball. If we do not let them run the ball, it's our game.
Mm-hmm.
This is too simple.
Yeah.
This is too simple, man. Do not let them run the ball at all costs.
Where are you putting the lion?
Huh?
Where are you putting the lion? Number 11, Micah Parsons, the lion backer.
Man. If we can get 25 or 30 snaps from our 2 outside guys, we can pick and choose. Let him be a linebacker. Then we can pick and choose when we'll rush him or when we'll blitz him in the A gaps or the B gaps.
You'd move him around?
Oh, yeah. And unless it becomes a shootout, then you bring him up to the defensive end. If it becomes a shootout, then you put him and Lawrence on the both sides, him and Gregory. And then we got Tristan, we got Osi, and we got Gallimore. We can get
Carlos.
40 plays. Yep. Carlos, we can get 45 plays out of those guys without anybody getting tired.
Heineke is a good young player, and he's gritty and all that good stuff. But I'm sorry,
bro.
He's a young guy that went to Old Dominion. He hasn't seen everything.
Hit him.
So I want him going to the line of scrimmage looking for 11 every time. You don't know where he's going to be. He could line here. He could line here. Now, they got Gregory and Tank over here.
Right.
He has to be looking at that. One more thing to be looking at. He hasn't seen enough football to just be like, oh, I know what you're doing here. This isn't Peyton and Eli reading everything through. He still has to dissect everything and process it. So I want him always wondering where Parsons is.
Do you have any respect for the Cardinals, or you have no respect for the Cardinals? Because a lot of people don't have respect for the Cardinals. Do you have any respect for them?
This is a trick question.
No. I'm serious.
I was having a conversation with my dad actually just last night.
Nobody respects them, and they just keep winning.
I know.
They just keep winning.
I know
I mean, I like it because this kid, man, This kid ain't never lost no football games, man. All he know how to do is win.
That's true. He is.
I watched him
high school
in his first high school game when he came off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude that was standing next to me said, Nate, you play football. The starting quarterback is this and this. I'm sorry that he hurt. I said, sir, I ain't trying to be funny, but this dude ain't missed a pass yet. I said, yeah, they're a little wobbly, but he ain't missed a receiver yet.
Yeah. No, he's good.
I say, so what are you saying?
Yeah.
And then 2 games later, I go see him play again. And that same dude said, man, he pretty good. Man, get out of my face.
All right, Nick. Well, thank you for pitching in, man, giving us your time today.
Thank you, man. Hey,
Nate,
man.
good talk today. Chris?
You good, man. You can say back in the 2 years ago, you can say the Skins, and then you can come with the Washington. You good.
See, Nate's got to program himself to say one thing or else he won't get it right. He can't go back and forth.
Well,
Thank you.
I'll tell you one thing I won't do.
What's that?
They're not called the football team. I mean, hell no, we can fight on that. They're a Washington football team.
Right.
There are 4 billion football teams in the world.
Right.
They're not the football team because you can't figure out a damn nickname. Figure out a nickname that doesn't offend other people, and then you can give your own name. You're not the football team, okay? You're Washington football team.
That.
Chris, sorry we kept you on your toes today. Thank you for being on the dump button. It's all good. William, thank you for
I'm gonna get in my whirlpool, man.
Thank you for keeping all the live streams up. We'll be back tomorrow.
But I have my wife in there with me.
Tune in to see
Come on, baby, whirlpool
who's
time.
on the show tomorrow.
Nick,
the People
whirlpool
Show,
time.
Hanging with the Boys.
Whirlpool time.
Not with
This
me.
has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!